I'm out here at Al's at Sherwood. I'm with Carla. Carla's from Espoma Company. And Carla, it's getting to be springtime. A lot of us are doing a lot of spring cleaning, and a lot of us are new to houseplants. And those two actually can kind of go hand in hand this time of year.
Absolutely. When we think about spring cleaning our house, we're talking about spring cleaning outside in our garden. We also want to think about spring cleaning for our plants.
A lot of us, we've recently picked up plants in the last couple of years. We're new to this. But there's some maintenance that we need to do to our houseplants this time of year, and this is a great time to do that. So what are some things we need to be doing to our houseplants?
Well, the first thing I would say is, again, we all are a huge fan of dusting our house. So, grab a damp cloth, some mild dish detergent even, make sure it's just the littlest bit, and start wiping down your leaves. Your plants are, they're taking in oxygen, they're transpiring, so you need to make sure they're nice and clean. And at the same time, it's the perfect time to check for insects,
right.
Mites and scale and, all the things that could have been happening during those winter months where it's dark.
Right. And so, and transplanting those, we'll get into, you guys have some great whole line of products for that.
Absolutely.
But, we'll get into, transplanting or repotting those plants up. Now's the time of year to be doing that. Yeah,
and, I always choose water day. Watering day is when your soil is dry. You don't have to worry about your whole plant, disturbing many roots. And that's when you're going to pull it out. You're going to upsize about 2 inches. And the reason being, you want to put enough fresh soil in there, but not too much. And so your plant doesn't get waterlogged over time. So again, about 2 inches sized up on your pots.
And it's important, talking about the soils.
Absolutely.
Soil is important. It's not just go use whatever you want or dig something out of the garden.
Right.
So, tell us a little bit about the Espoma, indoor potting soil.
Yeah, so we produce a premium line of potting soils for really whichever plant. So indoor plants, cactus, African violets, and even orchids. We add endo and ectomycorrhiza to our potting soils, and that's really so when you are transplanting, you're reducing your transplant shock, but at the same time, you're building new roots that can accept water and nutrients, and you're building them faster. So again, you're lessening that transplant shock that's going in. Right. But we're also adding things like yucca that hold moisture, feather meal, kelp meal, earthworm castings. Again, just premium ingredients to make sure your plant is off to the best start it can be when you're, when you're disturbing it.
Right.
So,
because the transplant is very important.
Absolutely.
To keep that plant going.
Yes. Yep, for sure.
And then once we have, we're into more of the maintaining mode, there are some things that we need to use as our houseplants are growing.
Yeah.
Now that we have them clean, we have them in a new pot.
Yep.
But there is some maintenance. So tell us about some of the products.
Yep. And again, we transplanted on watering day.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go in and we're going to water, and we're going to water in with some fertilizer. So I think when people are choosing their fertilizers, they're looking at the numbers on the package. And when you pull up, our indoor fertilizer, it's a 222. But what you really need to look at on this package, because we're the only one that does it, is there is a huge bacteria package on here. And I think in people's brains, they think of bacteria as a bad thing. Well, we're talking about beneficial bacteria that's in this bottle.
Right.
125 million CFU. That's a huge family that's, ready to fertilize your plants. So we have 2 groups of little guys that are working in here. We have a growth group of bacteria, and then we have a solubilizing phosphate group. So what that's going to do is it's going to go in and get the locked up phosphates in your soil, and it's going to help solubilize those and release those to the plant. So you're getting a whole extra feed, because as we know, as we water over the season, all of our nutrients are going where?
Right out the bottom.
Right out the bottom of the pot. So we need to replace that. Replace that beneficial bacteria, that whole soil system that's in there, and that's what that bacteria is doing. So I look at this and go, yep, you're getting a great 222 fertilizer, but you're getting like a just whammy of bacillus that's in this guy.
Right.
And again, that's really the game changer, as I call it. So I really call it, technical term here, rejudging your soil. So again, you're feeding it with a great organic fertilizer, but you're also going in and rebuilding your soil. So,
some great tips, Carla. So, if you're looking, your spring cleaning, we're all in our yards, we're in our house, and we're moving our plants in and around. So it's important to make sure that our plants are healthy and we're taking care of them. So
Absolutely.
make sure you come down to Al's down here at Sherwood or any of their other stores. Look for the Espoma products there. It's a great product, and your plants will be super happy that you have them.